Namaste everyone. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. This type of gentle yoga is designed as a palliative yoga. Palliative yoga is primarily a preventive style. It is designed for stress reduction and to increase the energy of communication in body system, which stimulates better immune system and body's repair mechanism. One feels better and minor issues can get resolved. Yoga brings good health of mind and body, inner awareness, and a sense of cosmic connection. So, regular discipline practice is key. So, if you miss a day, please use the video recording on YouTube. Yoga is not a physical exercise and it's not a religious practice either. So, people with any religious background can do this. This type of gentle yoga can be done sitting on a chair or on the floor. Remember to keep your spine straight at all times. Support your back if you need to. Do these practices gently, smoothly, and without jerks. Slower is better. Visualize the part of the body being exercised for maximum benefit. Follow instructions to avoid adverse reactions. There should be no strain and should be done within one's capacity. Make sure the breathing is slow and smooth. If anything causes pain or discomfort, please stop immediately, avoid the practice, and seek clarification. If you have any questions regarding personal problem, this is not the forum to ask. Please send an email to the email address provided in the reminder email. And remember, liability is entirely yours. Thank you.
So we have some new people today?
Yes, looks like.
So would you like to introduce yourselves, those who are new? Usha Ramaswamy, Jaya Krishnan. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yes. Yeah, I'm Jaya Krishnan. I live in San Jose, south of San Jose in the area Gilroy.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I'm Usha Ramaswamy. I also live in south of San Jose in California. Very happy to join this group.
Thank you. Have you seen any of the videos?
No, this is the first time I'm joining.
Okay, so we have to make sure we leave you with a good impression.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I hope I can accomplish what I want to accomplish. Thank you for doing this.
It's such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure. So, anybody else, any questions you have for today?
Narayan, would you like to do the different type of spinal alignment today?
No. Today we have two new people, so I want to keep our gentle one.
Okay.
And then tomorrow we will do the new kind.
Okay.
So, for some reason, I developed a runny nose today. And in the morning, we had 6 patients. So that was milk with haldi and pepper, black pepper. So anyway, so we'll begin with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in.
Can I ask you one?
Go ahead. Somebody said something? Yes.
Yes. Can you unmute yourself, Urvashi ji, please?
Yeah, Urvashi and Bhupendra, I think we started 3 days ago. Question is it this yoga or breathing techniques with the spinal, is it called Kundalini Yoga, or it is different to awakening chakras?
I will answer this question today. So because you asked this question, then there are two new people. We will talk about what is this yoga style? How do we understand it relative to the system? We'll talk about it for 5-10 minutes after we finish our practice. Okay.
Thank you.
So let's
Thank
take
you
a
so
deep-
much.
Such a pleasure. By the way, today's practice is 1 hour long. And after that, we will have the discussion for another 25 minutes or so. So let's take a deep breath in. We'll begin with 3 ohms. We begin with our focus at the perineum. We will be doing the chakra vibrations. The perineum is the spot between the anus and the genital area when you're seated. You can stimulate that by slight squeezing of your buttocks. You will feel the stimulation right at the perineum. And focusing on the perineum, we do the mantra LAM. And when we do the mantra LAM, we press the little finger against the thumb. So we take a deep breath in and go together. We can all go LAM. Keep the eyes closed and focus at the perineum. Lam. Release the finger and continue. Lam. Last time. Lam. Actually, one more time. Now bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum in the middle of the body. And this is the place behind where we urinate, in the middle of the body. So as we mentally squeeze from front to back, focusing at this point, we do the mantra VAM. This is called the Swadishtani Chakra. So we do VAM over there. And we press the ring finger against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. VAM. Release your fingers and continue. Now bring your awareness behind the navel. And as you draw in at the navel, do the mantra Ram focused over there. And here we hold the middle finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Ram. Release the fingers and continue. bring the awareness in between the breasts, in the middle of the body, and here we do the mantra Yam. And here we press the index finger against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yam. Yum. Yum. Release the fingers and continue. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we will do the sound hum. We keep the thumbs up mudra with a loose fist. So let's go. Take a deep breath in. Hum. 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 Release your hands, continue. Hum. One last time. Hum. One more time. Hum. Now, middle of the head is if you take your fingers to the sides of the eyes and you slide it and go straight where it hits the ear. The two fingers are pointing right to the middle where you want to concentrate. And this is the point just at the base of the brain. So now bring your attention over there, and with the thumbs up mudra, we do the mantra chum. It's chum. So take a deep breath in. Chum. 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 Excuse me. Chum. Excuse me, 1 second. Okay. So continue. Chum. Chum. You can release your hands and do one more time. Chum. Now we come to the top of the head. We do Om. Again, thumbs up mudra. Om. Now release the fingers and continue Om few more times. Om. Last time. Now we go on to our happy face breathing. It's also traditionally called Ujjayi Pranayama. But if you hear that name, 90% of the world does it wrong. So that's why we prefer to call it as happy face breathing. The Ujjayi Pranayama, or the happy face breathing, all we have to do is close the eyes and focus on the throat. The throat is at the base of the mouth, uppermost part of the neck. And focusing there, make a big smile. If you make a big smile, you'll feel a slight stretch coming on the throat, very slight stretch. Keep the focus on that slight stretch. That place is the vocal cord. And visualize that slight stretch over there. What is normally a round or oval hole over there has now elongated. So the sides have become come close together. Only in the middle over there is the slight opening. So visualize it like it's a straw and you're inhaling and exhaling through a straw. So you will feel with a slight level of sucking sensation as you inhale and exhale. Feel the air rubbing along that point. Continue. If you keep your video on, I can tell you whether you're doing it right or not. Anu, you can make me a co-host too. Remember, you should do this without a lot of effort. Gentle effort is good.
Can you start my camera? It's not starting.
Whose camera?
Camera start ஆகுதுல்ல.
ஓகே, அது அது ஏன் தெரியல. இட்ஸ் உங்க கண்ட்ரோல்ல தான் இருக்கு. Okay, let's go on to, no, we'll skip the spinal, the respiratory mantra today. So Vijaya, are you okay to take over? Go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, gently bring down the ear to the shoulder. Inhale and come back. Exhale and bring the other ear down to the shoulder. Inhale and come back and continue. Now, as we come back and exhale, look over one shoulder. Inhale and come back. Exhale and look over the other shoulder. Inhale and come back and continue. Now, as we come back with the next inhalation, we'll take our head backwards. Exhale and bring the chin down to the chest. Inhale and the head backwards. Exhale and bring the chin down to the chest and continue. Now, as we come down, we'll do the 360-degree neck rotation. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half and continue in the same direction. Now, as we come to the center, we'll switch directions. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half and continue. Now relax as you come back, and we'll move to the shoulder exercise, and we'll alternate shoulders. Inhale and lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate and bring it back down. Inhale and lift up the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate and bring it back down and continue. Relax as you come back, and we'll do the hand exercises. Stretch your hands and keep them straight. As you inhale, open up your palms and keep it perpendicular to the forearm. As we exhale, thumbs inside and fists down. Inhale, exhale, and continue. We'll now rotate around the fists. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half and continue in the same direction. As you complete this, we'll switch directions. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half and continue. Relax as you come back, and we'll move to the next exercise. Bring your elbows in line with the shoulders. Make sure your elbows are at 180 degrees. And as you inhale and exhale, rotate your wrists and your fingers up and down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, and continue. As you come down, we'll switch directions. Inhale and exhale, and continue. We'll move to the next exercise. Interlock your hands and place them behind the head. Make sure your hand is at 180 degrees and the head is straight. As you exhale, turn to one side. Inhale and come back. Exhale and turn the other side. Inhale and come back and continue. Now, as we come back, let's get hold of our elbows above the head. As you exhale, pull to one side. Inhale and come back. Exhale and pull the other side. Inhale and come back and continue. Feel the stretch on either side as you pull. Now, as we come back, we'll move to the next exercise. Get hold of your hands on either side of the spine. As you inhale, push back, making a backward arch. Exhale and come back. Inhale and push on the other side. Exhale and come back and continue. Now, as we come back, relax, and we'll move to doing both the shoulders together. Inhale and lift up both the shoulders. Exhale, push back, rotate, and bring it back down, and continue. Relax as you come back. And we'll move to the next exercise. Cross one leg over the other and hold the knee with the interlocked hand. Exhale and turn to the side of the leg that you're holding. Inhale and release. Exhale, pull and turn. Inhale and release. And continue. Feel the stretch in your thighs as you do this. As you come back, we'll move to the other leg. Exhale, pull and turn, inhale and release. And continue. Relax as you come back. Doctor, should we move to Bastrika or do we have time for cycling?
Carry on to Bastrika.
Okay. So we'll move to the Bastrika Pranayam.
Just 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, Bastrika is fine. We don't need Anlom Vilom. That's fine.
So we'll move to the Bastrika Pranayam. There's 2 ways of doing it. One way is to place our hands over the abdominal area. And as we inhale, the abdominal area, the chest and the shoulder expand. And as we exhale, the shoulder, chest, and the abdominal area contract. The other way of doing this is to keep the hands close to the body, loose fist. And as we inhale and push our hands behind, the shoulder, chest, and the abdominal area expand. And as we close our fists and exhale, the shoulder, the chest, and the abdominal area contract. The exhalation is a little longer than the inhalation. And we'll do this keeping our eyes closed and to a count of 20 in each round. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. And exhale. Keep your eyes closed. Relax. Observe any sensations in your head and also as they gently dissipate.
Go on to the second round.
Ready? Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. And exhale. Keep your eyes closed. Relax. Observe any sensations in your head and also as they gently dissipate down the body.
Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. If you have a personal mantra, you can do it. Otherwise, just listen to Om. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, raise your hands and bring it 6 inches in front of your face and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. So with that, the practice session we will end for today. And for those of you who are new, we do 90 minutes of session on Friday evenings and Saturday evenings in the US, and that is Saturday morning and Sunday morning in India. So today was the 1 hour session. So today till Thursday, we'll be doing the 1 hour sessions. And on these 5 days, we have opportunity to talk and discuss any questions. So since Urvashi Shah has asked the question about what is this nature of this practice that we do. Okay. Popularly, when people think of yoga, people think of yoga in terms of asana, pranayama, and all of these things. So what you popularly see as yoga is largely what is called a system of practice called Hatha Yoga. The system of practice called Hatha Yoga comes from this Hatha Yoga Pradipika, which was authored by a sage going back about 1,000 years back or so, by the name of Swadma. However, the principles of yoga goes even farther beyond. They are at least 5,000 years old, 5,200 years old or so. The principles of yoga were written down by Patanjali Muni, and Patanjali Muni was a predecessor of Vyasa. So when you think of the Vedas being compiled by Vyasa, the Yoga Sutras were written before that by sage Patanjali. So now the system of Hatha Yoga largely focuses on physical cleansing. And so the system of Hatha Yoga is divided into 4 components. The initial division is called Yoga and Karana. Yoga is divided into 2 groups. One is called Asana and the other is called Kriyas, the cleansing techniques. That is the main focus of Hatha Yoga. Then the Karana aspect of the Hatha Yoga system is learning to understand this body is only an instrument. Karana means an instrument. So there are 2 types of practices. The Hatha Yoga type of meditative practice is called Laya Yoga. Laya Yoga means being a pure observer of whatever is happening. So Laya Yoga practice from the Hatha Yoga tradition will be you're sitting and watching the river flow, and from the flower coming from a bud and becoming a flower. So for an hour or 2, you're simply watching. So the focus is again watching, not necessarily internal watching, external watching. So that is the nature of Hatha Yoga. Then from that Laya Yoga, it leads to the state called Nada Anusandhana. Nada Anusandhana means, and that is the second aspect of being a Karana, being open to the vibrations that are all around you, the vibrations of the cosmos, vibrations of yourself. So these are the 4 subdivisions or 4 areas that Hatha Yoga deals with. And the principal element comes from how purification of the body or making the body work. But that is only one system of practice. The principles of yoga as written in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali is much broader. And another system of practice is called Tantra Yoga. The Tantra Yoga's focus is less on physical cleansing and is more on vibrational cleansing. What is this business of vibrational cleansing? In the system of yoga and the system or yogic philosophy, which is the same thing, it is a different way of expressing the Vedantic philosophy. We have 3 bodies. The physical body, what you see, underlying that, there is a vibration body. And underlying the vibration body is what is called the causal body or the spiritual body. So in the traditional Sanskrit terms, it's called Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, and Karana Sharira. So when we deal with the vibrational cleansing, that is the goal of Tantra Yoga. There, Tantra means what? Tanu trayate iti tantra. Tanu means the physical body. So whereby you're able to leave or experience beyond the physical body, that is what is Tantra. So the vibrational focus is the area of Tantra Yoga, vibrational cleansing. So in the what is the distinction between Tantra Yoga practice and Hatha Yoga practice? I gave you what the intent is. In the Hatha Yoga practice, when they do asanas, they will hold the posture. So you will hold the headstand, you will hold the Sarvangasana, you will hold the Ardha Matsyendrasana. So you'll hold all the positions for a minute or longer. When you hold it for a minute or longer, it actually it can be a little forceful, okay? And so that is the Hatha Yoga approach, but that's also cleansing of the nadis. Nadis are the channels of communications related to the physical domain. Now, in the Tantra Yoga system, you do that by moving awareness, moving vibrations. So in the Tantra Yoga system, you never do keeping one posture. In Tantra Yoga system, you're always moving with the breath. So you saw over here, when Vijaya was doing the head movements and all of that, It was always in sequence with the breath awareness. In the Tantra Yoga system, physical movement practices has a special name called Prana Kriya. That is the activity that moves the energy. So that is the Tantra Yoga system. And the Tantra Yoga system also uses a lot of mantras. Okay. So we also use a lot of mantras. So today we didn't do many of them, but we will do more as we go along. Today we did only the chakra vibrations. And so that is the aspect of Tantra Yoga. If you think of our body, if you think of your computer, in your computer, until you plug it on and you have it turned off, there is nothing over there. The moment you plug it on, what does the electricity do? And you turn it on, it creates a vibration in your computer, in your motherboard and everything that is going on. And what does the vibration do? It kicks up some programs, and those programs manifest in the form of what you see on the screen. Similarly, the body we see over here is what you see on the screen. However, underlying the body is the electric mechanism in the body. The body is constantly producing energy. The body is electricity. And this is what is called adenosine triphosphate, ATP, and then of course it degenerates and produces heat. So the ATP production happens by a mixing of glucose and oxygen together in every cell of the body. That is how our battery in our body is maintained. So that vibration that is underlying the body, in other words, the vibration that is underlying your computer that causes the screen to appear as it is, that is the vibration component, that what we call as the vibration body. The vibration body is the place where Ayurveda and Chinese medicine are detecting what is right with you or what is wrong with you. When traditional Ayurvedic physicians use 3 fingers to go and measure the pulse, they call it as pulse reading. It's not really pulse reading. They're really looking at the vibration between the 3 fingers. And based upon the vibration between the 3 fingers, they have a rule of logic. And the rule of logic has its own cultural terminology. In the Indian tradition, Ayurvedic tradition, you say the finger closest to the wrist is called Vata. The finger closest to in the middle is called Pitta. And the finger farthest away is called Kapha. So they're looking at the balance of Vata, Pitta, Kapha. When they lightly touch, they are looking at how you're doing. When they tightly touch, the tight is your true nature. So the true nature of whatever is your Vata Pitta constitution or Vata Pitta Kapha constitution, that true nature is called Prakriti. That's the way you were made. And then how you have become is the light touch. So if the light touch is deviated from the tight touch, then you say you have deviated from the way you were built. And that becomes the root cause of illnesses that come in the body, or what you call deviation of the energy flow from where it is intended. So when you look at that level, that is the vibrational body, and that is where Tantra Yoga is working. Now, however, there is the third level, what we spoke about, the spiritual body or the causal body. There it is all about mental cleansing, letting go. So if you look at the Indian tradition, there are terms used, but a lot of people have come the way to confuse things. But the terms that are used are, you have heard of the term called Bhakti Yoga. That Bhakti Yoga is the concept of mental letting go, surrendering to God. That is the concept where you're working at the third level, that is at the spiritual body level. So it is the mental cleansing. The Tantra Yoga is at the level of vibrational cleansing. And the Tantra Yoga system is the system that you would think of as anytime you're working through the vibration of the body, you're moving the energy. So the movement of the energy that cleanses is what is called Karma Yoga or Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga as a term is the same as Karma Yoga. The Yoga Sutra's language is Kriya Yoga. The Vedantic language is Karma Yoga. But what is the concept of Karma Yoga or Kriya Yoga? It is the concept of being an observer of the energy flow. When you say observer of the energy flow, when you're doing a pranayama and just watching, or you are doing all of this and you're just watching, observing, what you're doing is you're being a selfless observer. You know, when they say Karma Yoga is doing selfless service, right? The key aspect of that selflessness is being a pure observer, not reacting. So you're doing service of the body by activating various ways. But of course, more often, when people think of Karma Yoga, it is considered more of doing service to society and things like that. But there, they miss out the point of how Karma Yoga works. Karma Yoga works means we are all born with programs in our system. When we let the programs work out and we don't react to it, no new programs are created, you expend the program, right? So that is the nature of Karma Yoga or Kriya Yoga. And then, so effectively, there are three approaches to working with a yoga. The Hatha Yoga system, physical cleansing, the Tantra Yoga system, that is vibrational cleansing, and the Bhakti Yoga system, which is mental cleansing. When you integrate the three together, which is what Yoga Sutra brings in, it is true complete yoga. So what we try to do here is, being true to the Yoga Sutras, we do the real yoga. For doing the real yoga, you don't need to stand on your head or do various things. Okay? So this is where the Yoga Sutra is very clear on. And when people are too much physically focused, they overdo and hurt their body. When people are too much Tantra focused, they use mantras and things like that. And mantras enable many things beyond the physical body. And so they think they are very great and powerful. But then that too is a mistake. And the Yoga Sutra is very clear in saying, anybody who can do all of these things, they are great, they have not understood yoga. And then the mental letting go Bhakti Yoga, the problem that happens there too is, one person's view of God is a higher God than somebody else's view of God. So there again, that mistake comes. So the Patanjali Yoga Sutra is very clear in saying any physical practice must be done with complete ease. There can be no strain in the system. So when Baba Ramdev is doing his Kapalbhati or various things, he has trained himself over so many years and he is able to do it with complete ease. But if somebody else try to do the same thing who have not done any practice before, they'll hurt themselves. So that's not the point of yoga. So it has to be, physical practice has to be done with supreme ease. Second thing, vibrational practices may give you extraordinary abilities. But if you think those abilities make you greater or different from other people, you're completely mistaken. You are no different an instrument of the cosmic flow than anybody else. Each person has their own role to play. And so this is where the mental concept of letting go is all that is there. Where you let go and how you let go, it doesn't make you different from anybody else. So this is the concept of yoga that brings together. So in our practice, practically speaking, we are much more health focused over here and a little bit spiritually focused over here. In the health focus, problems arise at two levels. When there is a conflict between the spiritual body and the vibrational body, and there is a different kind of problem that arises when there is a conflict between vibrational body and physical body. right? So catching this cold is, I have a conflict between the vibrational body and the physical body. I have far too much to do. So as a result of which, this morning, it was a little cold over here, like 48 degrees or something. So but we had 6 patients, so I had to go out and all of that. So whatever was the exposure, I caught the cold. In other words, I extended my physical being beyond what I should not have extended, right? So that stress created this cold, okay? So this kind of conflict can be resolved by exercises in the nature of asana and pranayama or pranakriya and all of these things. Whereas the deeper rooted stresses are the ones between the vibrational body and the causal body. And what kind of issues are they? The kind of issues that come over there, which means you're intended, you have been born to do certain things. However, you deviate from that and you develop anger and things towards, people that you're unable to let go. When people have deep-seated anger, desires, and or unwilling to let go, then what happens is that corrupts the system from within. Then it causes mental health issues and feeling depressed and, schizophrenic or, whatever else, bipolar, anxiety. So all of these come in that zone. The next level, what else comes over there in deep-rooted stress? Cancer is a symptom of deep-rooted stress. And sometimes it can be unconscious and in the subconscious level. Then autoimmune diseases are deep-rooted stress. So what do we do in the practice we do? We do the chakra vibrations are meant to address the deep-rooted stress. Okay? And then the pranakriya elements that we do after that are meant for taking out the conflict between the physical body and the subtle body, which is the lower level stress. So that is how our practice is designed. So Urvashi Shah, this was a very long explanation for the question you asked. Hopefully that was helpful.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a deep subject for us, but you explain it very well. And still, I think as we go, you will explain more about these things. Now,
yeah, from Diwali onwards, we will go through the Yoga Sutras. On Diwali day, we'll begin the Yoga Sutras on the day after. So when we go through the Yoga Sutras, it'll probably take us a month to go through. When we go through that, you'll be able to we'll be able to integrate more of everything we talk about and practice.
one question, another. I do regular Iyengar yoga and Kundalini not done enough, but I heard like a scary things, and that's why I was keeping myself away from it.
Yeah, you see, what happens is there's a whole lot of disinformation related to yoga. Okay, so this business of this Kundalini is a complete, I call it as nonsense.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
The reason I call it as nonsense is, you see, coming from India, you're probably you're aware of what people refer to as caste, right?
Yeah.
In spirituality, there is no caste. But if you go into the Vedic subject and the philosophy, there is a word called varna.
Yeah.
And the varna is your outlook, is what your varna is. So essentially, there are 4 types of outlook in society. One type of outlook is unthinking behavior.
Yeah.
Another kind of outlook is self-centered behavior. A third kind of outlook is society-centered behavior. And the fourth kind of outlook is looking beyond the society, what you call existence-centered. Now, depending upon where your awareness is most active, that is where your energy is most active. That is what makes you who you are in that outlook. And here from the Tantra Yoga system, the understanding is if your energy is mostly in the Muladhara, the root chakra, the perineum, then in which case, then you are in an unthinking mode. Okay? And on the other hand, if most of your normal energy of operation is in the Swadishtani Chakra, you're in the self-centered mode. So anybody who is self-centered, what do you call the self-centered person? The attitude? They try to bring everything into their control.
Right.
So one who tries to bring everything into their vasha is a Vaishya. And one who is unthinking is a Chudra. And then the one who is society-centered, and there are two groups of them in society-centered. One is when the awareness is in the navel, and that is where the vibration is strong, the energy is moving more there, then in which case they have a sense of my group versus other groups. So my people versus other people. When that kind of thinking is there, that is, when you're group-centered, the group is your chatra. So when you associate with your chatra, you're a Kshatriya.
Kshatriya. Okay.
And on the other hand, if your society, if you're humanitarian-centered, it's a higher level Kshatriya. So a higher level Kshatriya in the tradition, it is called as Chakravarti. So Sri Ram used to be called Chakravarti. Okay? And then when the awareness goes beyond the society level, what is beyond, then the awareness comes to the Vishuddhi Chakra in the throat. So Vishuddhi Chakra literally means the place where you have a lot of questions. Your awareness has gone above the physical world. You're asking, what is the meaning of everything? People are born, people die. What is the meaning of existence? So the questioning comes in the Vishuddhi Chakra. Now, that is considered the first level of inquiry beyond the physical world into larger than the physical world. And the larger than the physical world, everything that is created is called Brahma.
Brahma.
So the first level of awareness beyond the physical world into everything that is created, this is the first level of Brahmanatva. Then when a person, after questioning or listening and all of that, believes this is how it is organized, so it's kind of fixed thinking, but the fixed thinking is beyond the physical world, right?
Yes.
So whether, it could be dumb belief too, but that doesn't matter. But that's your belief. Then your awareness is in the head center, Agya Chakra. So there is the second level of Brahmanatva. The third level of Brahmanatva comes on the top over here. And the top is when you let go, is Vairagya Bhav. So you let go. If you say, if this is what existence is all about, who cares? What's the point of fighting every day? Every day, where, if somebody, comes and complains to me, this man is such a bad man or whatever, look how much damage he is doing. I say, that's fine. One day he'll also die. So the thing is basically, everybody, as they say, every dog has his day, right? So the thing is basically, there is no big deal. Everybody, time passes, takes care of everyone. Whether it is Putin or whether it is Trump, they are all destined in the same place as where we are all going, right?
Yes.
So the thing is basically, so when you understand that, the Vairagya Bhav, you say, okay, let go. If this is what existence is all about, who cares? That is the Vairagya. This is the third level of Brahmanatva. Then there is a fourth level of Brahmanatva. The fourth level of Brahmanatva is in a different spot. There is the eighth chakra, which is called the hidden chakra. And the hidden chakra is referred in multiple places in traditional literature. Actually, in the Taittiriya Aranyaka, there is one segment called Aruna Prashna. And in the Aruna Prashna, it talks about the 8 suns, 8 Suryas. And the 8th one is called the hidden Surya, and the name of that is called Kashyapa. And the Kashyapa Surya is the one, sage Kashyapa is supposed to be the father of both the Daityas and the Devas, right?
Yeah.
So, from Diti as well as from
Aditi.
Aditi, exactly. Aditi and Diti. So the thing is basically, that is basically telling you, so in these stories, what you're hearing is the 8th chakra called the Kashyapa in the Aruna Prashna. It is the same thing in the Yoga Sutra. It's called the Hrit Chakra, the hidden chakra. Okay? So it is the Atma Chakra. And this Atma Chakra is in a completely different channel from the 7. There is a nadi called the Atma Nadi that comes along the front of the body. And that is in the sternum area, just inside the sternum in the front of the body, not in the middle or back of the body. Okay? So that is described in a Vedic hymn called the Narayana Sukta. And how it is described is very fascinating. Some of you, if you have gone to temples, you may have heard the chanting. It begins with Sahasra Shirisham Devam Vishwaksham Vishwashambhuvam. You would have heard of it. So in that, if you keep going further and further, there is the stanza that says, Adho Nishtya Vitasyante Nabhyam Uparitishtati Jwalamala Kulam Bhati Vishwasyayatanam Mahat. Okay, let's translate that. Adho means downward facing. Nishtya means if you stretch the fingers like this, the stretch from the tip of the little finger to the thumb is, Nishtya means the Adam's apple. Okay? Adho Nishtya, downward from the Adam's apple, Nishtya. Vitasyante means this. Vitasyante means the stretch from the tip of the little finger to the thumb. So Adho Nishtya Vitasyante. Okay, like that.
I see.
Okay. Nabhyam Upari. Above the Nabhi, Nabhyam Upari Tishtati is established. And what is established over there? What is in there? The nature of it is Jwalamala Kulambhati Vishwasyayatanam Mahat. So the importance it is it is like Jwalamala Kulam. Bhati means concentric ring of fires that stretches to the entire universe. Vishwasyayatanam Mahat. It can reach to the entire universe. What does that mean? All that means is if you have a transmitter somewhere, when the transmitter propagates, it reaches in every direction and goes in circle all everywhere. So the Atma Chakra or the Atma, that is only a transmitter. The transmitter sits over there and that transmitter can connect beyond, right? So when one reaches that point, that is the 8th chakra, of the fourth of the Brahmanatva. When a person is in the Vairagya Bhav, after a slow period of time, it will come down along the Atma Nadi and come over here.
Wow.
When it comes over here, then at that time, the realization is, being born in this body, we have all some duties to do. We have come here to play our role over here. However, at the same time, there is no attachment to anything you do. There is no more the idea, oh, because this is my so-and-so, I have to do this. No. Whatever you have to do, you will know from within. No attachment. But you do your duty. So as a mother, you took care of children. That's fine. It was your duty. but the children have grown up and gone. No more attachment. Let them be the way they have. Whatever comes, that's the way it is done, right?
Yes.
So the concept of duty without attachment is what comes in the Atma Chakra, learning to be a pure observer. Now, what has happened is, your question, we have exceeded time, but I'll answer your question about the Kundalini Yoga. The Kundalini Yoga that you asked about is, the Kundalini Yoga comes from a system that is largely associated with Devi worship.
Okay.
Okay? So now what happens is, in the Devi worship system, there is, you see, the concept of wholeness of existence is, there is the unmanifest and the manifest. In the Yoga Sutra, the unmanifest is called Purusha and the manifest is called Prakriti.
Yes.
So the first creation is the energy that comes out of the unmanifest, and that energy is called Prakriti. And that energy, it is only a mother, a female can give birth. So that energy, which is the cause of the birth of the universe, is the Devi. Okay? So that is why you say Shiva Shakti concept is both Shiva and Shakti together make the whole. The concept of Lakshmi Narayana together making the whole, right?
Yes.
So the thing is, basically, what happens is, in the Kundalini Yoga system, as Devi worshippers, they only focus on Devi. And so in the Prakriti system, the 7 chakras is what they focus on and letting go. So the entire Kundalini system and that approach of the system is an incomplete yogic system.
Oh.
And so what happens is, within this system, you know, as a natural process of evolution of every person, from an unthinking to a self-centered, to a group-centered, humanity-centered, cosmic-centered, as you're evolving in your thinking and in your outlook, right? That is the natural process of evolution everybody goes through. However, what happens is, when people are in a hurry to do various things, and they do practices that are forced, no practice in yoga should be forced.
Right.
Okay? When they do forced practices, in the process of the nadi cleansing, the energy gets stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
When it gets stuck somewhere, then in which case, it starts moving here, there, and it may cause body pain, vibrations, and things. I get calls once in a while. Once in a blue moon, I get calls from these crazy people. So anytime they do something that does that, there is a very simple way of getting rid of it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So in the Tantra Yoga system, if you do something stupid that results in unwanted vibrations and things in the body, pain and all of that, the counter mantra is called Sahajumo. So you take care of that, it takes care of everything. And so we know how to deal with that. So it is not really a problem at all. But the system as a whole over there is an incomplete system. And in the because the higher aspects of yoga are really meant to be experienced, it is normally not talked about within the public. You'll never find about the Atmanadi and the Atma Chakra written anywhere,
No,
except
no.
except in the allusions, as I told you, whether in the Narayana Sukta or in the Taittiriya Aranyaka, the Aruna Prashna that is there, or for that matter in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. This is where you will come across all of these references.
Thank you for explaining so deep, and sorry to made everybody delayed with my questions.
No problem. Such a pleasure. So
Yeah.
anybody who seeks to know,
Yeah.
the time has come for them to know, and so somehow the divinity allows it to be shared.
Thank you very
So
much.
we'll see
Dr.
you all
Narayana.
tomorrow.
Thank
Namaste.
you very much. Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Really appreciate your.
Thank you.
Namaste.